Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's review is something that's going to hit right in the nostalgia because we're talking about the long-awaited return of a nameplate that once ruled American roads with muscle and presence. Yes, it's real. The 2026 Pontiac Grand Prix is back. After years of rumors and speculation, the Grand Prix has been reborn not as a retro novelty, but as a full-blown performance sedan for the modern age. It combines Pontiac's classic muscle car DNA with today's technology, efficiency, and refinement, and it makes a loud statement in a world increasingly filled with quiet EVs and bland crossovers. Right from the first glance, the 2026 Grand Prix grabs your attention. It's bold and assertive, with a front fascia that immediately conveys muscle and speed. The grille is wide and low, framed by slim, menacing LED headlights that sweep back toward the fenders. The iconic split grille design makes a comeback. But this time it's sleeker, integrated into a deep front bumper with aggressive air intakes and functional cooling vents. The hood features sculpted lines and subtle heat extractors that nod to Pontiac's performance history without feeling overly retro. From the side, the Grand Prix silhouette is athletic and clean like a modern-day sports sedan with muscle car proportions. The long hood, short deck, and fastback style roofline give it a coupe-like profile, even though it's a full four-door sedan. The fenders are flared just enough to house 20-inch alloy wheels wrapped in low-profile performance tires, and the side skirts add to the lowered, planted stance. Gloss black trim replaces chrome, giving it a more aggressive tone. There's also a clear focus on aerodynamics, with smooth door handles and sculpted airflow channels running down the sides. Back, things get even more interesting. The rear end features a wide LED taillight bar that runs the full width of the car, with sequential turn signals and a glowing red Pontiac Arrowhead logo dead center. A subtle ducktail spoiler is integrated into the trunk lid, and the rear diffuser houses quad exhaust tips that sound every bit as mean as they look. The bumper is clean and aggressive, echoing the performance promise made by the front of the car. Step inside, and the 2026 Grand Prix surprises you with its modern, high-tech interior. This isn't the plastic-heavy GM cabin from the mid-2000s. This is refined, sharp, and tailored for drivers. The dashboard is wide and low, with a 14.2-inch curved digital display that merges the instrument, cluster, and infotainment into one seamless interface. The graphics are sharp, the response time is lightning fast, and everything is customizable from gauge layouts to ambient lighting themes. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, and the system supports over-the-air updates. The center console features a short, sporty shift-by-wire selector, a drive mode dial, and physical climate controls, all wrapped in brushed aluminum or carbon fiber depending on the trim. The materials throughout the cabin feel solid and premium soft-touch panels. Alcantara inserts and available quilted leather seats with contrast stitching. Pontiac's red accents and badging are tastefully integrated into the seats, steering, wheel, and even the digital UI. Front seats are deeply bolstered and heated and cooled, with massage options on higher trims. Rear seating is generous for a mid-size performance sedan, with plenty of legroom and supportive cushions. The trunk is spacious enough for road trips or daily commuting, and split folding seats add practicality to the performance. Now let's talk power, and there's plenty of it. The base engine is a turbocharged 2.7-liter inline-4 producing 325 horsepower and 390 pounds-ft of torque, sending power to the rear wheels through a smooth 10-speed automatic. But the real excitement comes in the form of the Grand Prix GT and GXP models. The GT packs a twin turbocharged 3.6-liter V6, pushing out 450 horsepower and 440 pounds-ft of torque, while the range-topping GXP offers a 6.2-liter supercharged V8. Yes, a V8 making 650 horsepower and 630 pounds-ft of torque. That engine propels the GXP from 0 to 60 in just under 3.6 seconds, with a top speed north of 190 miles per hour. All-wheel drive is available on the Turbo 4 and V6 models, while the V8 remains strictly rear-wheel drive for purists. A 6-speed manual transmission is offered on the V6 GT trim, one of the few performance sedans in 2026 to still offer a true 3-pedal setup. The chassis is stiff, the suspension adaptive, and the brakes are massive Brembo 6-piston calipers up front and 4 in the rear on the GXP. Drive modes include Comfort, Sport, Track, and a customizable My mode that allows you to dial in steering, feel, throttle response, exhaust note, and suspension stiffness. Launch control and a performance data recorder are available. making this not just a fast car, but one built for people who love driving fast and pushing their machines to the edge. Despite the performance, the Grand Prix doesn't forget about safety. Standard across all trims are adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, and a 360-degree camera system. There's also a full suite of driver assistance tech that makes the Grand Prix usable as a daily driver, not just a weekend weapon. Pricing starts around $44,000 for the Turbo 4, with the V6 GT sitting near $54,000 and the GXP V8 topping out at about $72,000 fully loaded. For what it offers in power, tech, and design, the 2026 Pontiac Grand Prix is shockingly competitive against European and Japanese sports sedans. This is not just a name slapped on a generic sedan. The 2026 Grand Prix is a full-on rebirth of Pontiac's performance legacy, modernized, refined, and unapologetically American. It looks mean, drives even meaner, and offers real choices for enthusiasts in a world that's quickly losing them. It may not be an EV or a crossover, but it doesn't care. It's here to bring back the thrill of driving, the roar of displacement, and the joy of feeling connected to the road. Thanks for tuning in. If this modern Grand Prix brings back memories or sparks new interest, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you go for the V6 with a manual or go all out with that V8 GXP? Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more deep dive reviews of the cars that still move the soul. Until next time, drive fast, drive smart, and never forget where you came from.